What is special and unique about Huntley Film Archives?
Oh goodness, what's unique about Huntley Film Archives?
I mean, in part you could say that we're still here.
We're a big archive in a little office.
There's stuff in here that is like 100, 120 years old that has not been touched for that long, and you can pull it out and put it on a machine and it will instantly play and you can see exactly how it looked.
Coming here to a place where we're preserving it for the future is very inspiring.
I like the fact that we're quite small. I like that we can sort of build up personal relationships with film researchers and producers.
I'm already in love with celluloid.
Boats, trains, planes, trams, trolley buses.
Beta SPs, the digi-betas.
All different shapes and sizes, big and small, different colours, some of them very red. There's nitrate, there's vinegar.
Yeah, we're a film archive, but we're a video archive. One day we will be, a born digital archive.
I know that people are going to think that a love of celluloid is just a nostalgic thing, and I get that because to some extent it is.
I love the beauty and the quality of celluloid and its various eras.
Working with film is quite a sort of sensorial experience.
And people will talk about the wonderful sort of physicality of it, its smell, its touch, the fact you can hold it up to the light and see what it is and you don't need anything in between to be able to achieve that.
Constantly smelling films for vinegar syndrome, constantly passing around the office saying, can you sniff this? So I think that does actually make our jobs a lot more enriching, being able to experience film in that way.
However, we have to be realistic, and whilst there's lots of cries that film is not dead, it's kind of dying, and I think we have to be realistic about that. But we've only had digital, 20, 25 years, if that? But we've had film for 125 years, so it's going to be a long time before film skills become irrelevant. I reckon it's going to be another 100 years probably, while we still need to have that love of celluloid, because all things will not be digital for a very, very long time. And I think that for this archive means that celluloid will always be special.
Having said that, I'm replacing like every joint in this film, and this right now doesn't really feel very enriching.
It's the retention of the celluloid, it's how long it lasts, how there's been so many other formats for film, like DVDs and VHS and digital, and yet we're already seeing them start to crumble and implode. You can breathe on a DVD wrong and it will stop working.
I mean, moving a file around a computer screen just doesn't give me the same thrill as opening a can and seeing a roll of film and wondering what might be on it. And you either kind of get that or not, I suppose. It's really difficult to put into words. But yes, maybe it's nostalgia, but I hope it's nostalgia that's going to last for a long time. Oh dear. It's really impossible to give a favourite film. It really, really is. There's just too many. In so many ways I value each an individual film because I know it gives something, it tells a story, and it can be sometimes the most mundane and boring film from the outset, and looking at it you think that's not of value surely, but I kind of believe each day will have its moment in the sun where it will be the most important film of that day, either because it's helping or revealing or showing something that we didn't understand before.
I'm quite interested in films as objects and what they can tell us about the travels that they've been on before they even got to us. And I love amateur home movies, which are completely unique, and often they have handwriting on the spools.
My personal interest is World War II, and I'm delighted to see that we've got so many items from that era, from both sides' point of view, which is absolutely fascinating, and I can't wait for more items to come to the fore from scanning and cataloguing, which is an ongoing process.
It's very easy in this job to kind of get to look at it as as a historian. You need to keep a degree of objectivity and rationality and normal stuff, and not exactly romanticize the past. But it was hard not to feel a little bit kind of romantic, about it. As someone again who's just new to this field and been working at it 6 months, finding a lost 100-year-old animation was fairly storybook, and from that point on it really kind of I mean, no matter what else happens in this job, I'll be proud of that.
What would you say our biggest challenges are running the archive?
Resources, time.
Space!
I mean, there's a constant wave of new material that comes in at us faster than we can deal with it.
So you have some films that will take 5 minutes to scan, and some that look like they'll take 5 minutes and end up taking a day and a half.
And having the man hours to sort of get to everything is always a constant challenge.
You're frequently seeing me sort of running around the archive, huffing and puffing about people leaving things in the vault that they shouldn't do, and juggling films.
Even though it can be a little bit tiring and soul-crushing at times, it's also very rewarding at the exact same time.
That's okay. I think getting the material in a safe environment.
It's important to have the original format, the original master, because we all know what happened to VHS and other formats.
Moving into tape, it will tend to be VHS. It's just not there.
We've been through so many changes over the years, and maybe that's been part of the fact that we're still here, is because we have kind of changed with the times. We've had regular reinventions over the years. I suppose we've always been true to our core, though. I mean, it's always about the films and the love of the films. But we have adapted, even though celluloid means the world to me and my team. We're still aware that in terms of access, digitisation gives us such wonderful opportunities to reach people, reach audiences that we never would have normally.
It's not really our place to say what's important and what isn't, so we just want to kind of, you always want it to be the best that it can be.